The cantina on Nexus Prime was dark and smoky. Strange music played from hidden speakers while beings from a dozen different worlds sat at metal tables. The air smelled like burned fuel and alien alcohol. Jake Murphy pushed through the crowd looking for an empty table. He found one near the back corner wherein old alien sat alone. The creature had 4 arms and gray skin covered in old scars. Its compound eyes stared into a half-empty glass of blue liquid. Jake recognized the species immediately. Corvani, veteran from the war. Jake walked over and pulled out a chair. Mind if I sit here? The alien looked up. Its translator box crackled with static before speaking in broken human language. Free station. Sit where you want. Jake sat down and waved to the bartender. 2 more of whatever he's drinking, he called out. The alien's eyes focused on him with interest. Why? You buy drinks for stranger? The Corvani asked. Because you fought in the war. Jake said, I want to hear about it. Alien made a sound like grinding metal. It might have been laughter. Young human wants war stories. You think war is exciting? I think it was important. Jake said, my father fought in it too, but he never talked about what happened. The bartender brought their drinks. The blue liquid tasted like burning chemicals, but Jake forced himself to swallow it. The alien watched him with those strange compound eyes. Your father was smart, man, the Corvani said. War is not thing to talk about. A woman approached their table. She had dark hair and carried a small recording device. Excuse me, she said. I'm Lisa Ford, a journalist. I couldn't help but overhear. Are you a veteran of the Human Covenant War? The alien's forearms tensed. Maybe what you want. Lisa sat down without being invited. I'm writing a book about the war, about what really happened out there. I'll pay for your drinks all night if you'll talk to me. The alien stared at her for a long time. Then it drained its glass in one gulp. You want to know about war, real war, not stories from your human news feeds? Yes, Lisa said. She activated her recording device. Please. The alien was quiet for several minutes. Jake could hear the cantina's music and the low voices of other customers. Finally, they Corvani spoke. My name is Zexathara. I served in 3rd Fleet as scout, 23 years in Covenant military. I see many battles, many worlds, but nothing like fighting humans. Jake leaned forward. What made it different? Zexatha's translator box buzzed. Your species should have died in first month. We had better ships, better weapons, more soldiers. We fought wars for 1,000 years. Humans had space travel for maybe 100 years. Should have been easy victory, but it wasn't. Lisa said no. It was nightmare. Zexa gestured to the bartender for another drink. First time I see human combat. Think they are broken, tough, effective. No species fights like that. Jake felt his heart beating faster. Like what? Like they want to die, Zexathara said quietly. First big battle I see was at Kepler Station, human mining post in outer system. We send 3 ships to capture it. Should take maybe 1 hour. The alien paused as the bartender brought another round of drinks. Zexathara's hand shook slightly as it lifted the glass. Station had maybe 50 humans. We had 300 soldiers. They refused to surrender. We think they are stupid. Then we try to dock with station. What happened? Lisa asked. They blow up docking ports, all of them now. We cannot board station. Easy way. We have to cut through hull with plasma Torches take long time, dangerous work. Zexathara drank deeply before. Continuing, while we cutting humans. Inside shooting at us through holes. They throw grenades, they pour burning. Fuel through cracks, my friend Caxamore. Gets his face melted off by human acid. Jake swallowed hard, but you got inside. Eventually, yes, after 6 hours of cutting we break through. Humans fall. Back to center of station, we follow. Them, they fight us in every corridor. Every room, they use furniture as weapons, they attack with tools with pipes with broken glass, the aliens. Compound eyes seem to dim, I see human. Female, maybe your age, it said to Lisa. Fighting 3 Corvani soldiers with piece of metal pipe, she killed one before. We stop her, her last words were curse. At us, Lisa's face was pale, they were defending their home, no Zexathura. Said that is what we thought at first. But then we learned truth, Kepler. Station was not home, was just workplace. Mining operation, most humans there they. Not even from same planet, they die for. Strangers, Jake tried to process this. They died for people they didn't know. Worse, they die for idea for principle. We capture one human before he die, we ask him why he fight, he say because you told us not to, the cantina suddenly felt very quiet to Jake, even the background music seemed muted, but that not worst part, Zexthera continued. Worst part was Captain Ben. Hayes, who was he? Lisa asked, commander of human ship USS Dakota, small cruiser. Old ship not very strong, when we attacked station Dakota tried to help, we damage its engines weapons, ship was dying, Zexthera's translator crackled. With static, the alien seemed to struggle. With the next part, our commander he think battle is over, Hayes cannot fight. Anymore cannot run should surrender. Instead, Hayes do something we never see. Before what? He ram his ship into our biggest ship, full speed, both ships destroyed. 600 Covenant soldiers dead. 43 humans dead. Jake felt sick. He killed his own crew. No, we intercept his communications. He asked crew to abandon ship, give them time to escape. In pods, most refused to leave. They stay with Captain. Lisa was writing notes rapidly. What did he say in his final message? Zexatha closed its compound eyes. He broadcast on open channel. All ships hear it. He say, this is Captain Ben Hayes of Earthship Dakota. We are ramming the Covenant dreadnought Keith. Tell our families we love them. Tell Earth we were. Here, the alien opened its eyes and looked at both humans. That when I know. We fighting something different. Something dangerous, not just other army, not just other species. We fighting idea that will not die. Jake's drink sat untouched on the table. What happened after that? Covenant fleet retreat, mission failure. High command very angry, they think. Local commander was incompetent, they not understand what really happened. Which was Lisa prompted, humans show us. They rather die than lose, not just some. Humans, all humans, every human we fight. After that, they fight same way like. Death is better than defeat. Zexthara finished its drink and stared at the empty glass. That first battle we lose. 3 ships and 600 soldiers to capture. Empty station, humans evacuate. Everything valuable before we arrive. We get nothing but dead rock and bad dreams. The alien stood up slowly, its forearms moved with obvious pain from old injuries. You want more stories? It asked. I have many, each one worse than last. Each one show you what your species really is, Lisa nodded. Eagerly, please, people need to know. Maybe they do, Zexthera said, maybe. They need to know what they're capable of. What they already done, what they might do again. The alien sat back down. Heavily, pour me another drink, human. Journalist, long night ahead of us, and you going to need strong stomach for what comes next. Jake looked around the cantina. Other alien customers were watching their table now. Some looked curious, others looked afraid. A few were nodding as if they recognized the story being told. How many of them are veterans? Jake asked quietly. Most of them, Zexthera said. We all carry same memories, same nightmares, same knowledge of what humans do when they cornered. Lisa activated her recording device again. Tell us about the siege, she said. Tell us about Firebase Delta. Zexthera's compound eyes reflected the cantina's dim lights. Ah, you know that story too. Yes, I tell you about Delta, about Colonel Amy Stone and her soldiers. About 47 days that change everything. The alien reached for its fresh drink with a trembling hand. But first you must promise me something. What? Jake asked. When I finish these stories, you remember them, you tell other humans. You make sure they know what price was paid for peace. Both humans nodded solemnly. Good, Zexthera said, because if you forget, if your species forget what you capable of, then my friends die for nothing, and next time there might not be anyone left to make peace. Zexthera ordered another drink before continuing. The blue liquid seemed to help steady its hands. Jake and Lisa waited quietly as other conversations in the cantina faded to background noise. Firebase Delta, the alien said finally. Arcturus 3 mining world on edge of human space. Nothing special about planet. Rocks and dust and empty wind, but humans built small base there, military outpost to watch for Covenant ships. Lisa checked her recording device. How big was the base? Maybe 200 humans. Soldiers and support staff. Base had walls, some guns, landing pad for ships. Not very strong, not meant to fight big battle. Jake leaned forward. But the Covenant attacked it anyway. Yes, High Command decided to test new strategy. Instead of quick raids, we surround human bases, cut off supplies, force surrender without big fight, save ships and soldiers for important battles. Zexthera's compound eyes focused on something far away. I was part of ground force, 12,000 Covenant soldiers. We had tanks, aircraft, heavy weapons. Firebase Delta had maybe 50 real soldiers. Rest were mechanics, cooks, medical staff. 50 against 12,000, Lisa whispered. They had to surrender. That what we think too. We land forces all around base, set up camps in safe distance, send message to human commander, Colonel Amy Stone. Young female, maybe 30 years old. Alien paused to drink. Its 4 hands moved restlessly on the table. We tell Colonel Stone she has 24 hours to surrender. We promise good treatment for prisoners. We promise safe transport to prison camps. Very generous offer. What did she say? Jake asked. She sent back one word. Message. Zexthera made that grinding sound. Again she say no. Lisa wrote rapidly in her notebook. Just no, no. Explanation, no negotiation, no. Request, just no. Our commander thinks she need more time to consider. He wait another day, send another message, same answer. Worse this time, she send longer message. She say come and take it. That Human phrase, very old phrase I learned. Later from human history, Zathura ordered another round of drinks for the table. The bartender, a scaled creature Jake didn't recognize, brought them quickly, so we attack. Small attack first. Test their defenses, send maybe 100 soldiers against east wall, easy target. Should take 1 hour to break through. Aliens translator buzzed with static. Attack fail, humans fight like animals, no worse than animals. Animals fight to live, humans fight to hurt us. Jake felt his stomach tighten. What do you mean human soldiers? They hide in ruins outside base. Let us get close. Then they attack from behind, from sides, but they not try to win fight. They try to kill as many as possible before they die. Zexathara's voice got quieter. I see human soldier, young male, maybe 20 years old. He hiding in bomb crater with broken leg. Cannot walk, cannot run. 3 Covenant soldiers find him. What happened? He have grenades. Instead of throwing them at us, he hold them close to his body. Pull pins, kill himself, and all 3 soldiers could have throw grenades and live few more minutes. Choose to die and take us with him. Lisa stopped writing. He committed suicide. Suicide attack, but not like desperate animal, like planned tactic. We find 12 more humans doing same thing. All young soldiers, all choose death instead of capture. The cantina felt very cold to Jake. Did you break through the wall? No, we retreat. Too many losses. Commander very angry. He thinks someone gave bad intelligence. Think base has more soldiers than reported. Zexthera drained its glass. Next day we try different approach. Air attack. Send aircraft to bomb base from sky, safe distance. No human weapons can reach our ships. That should have worked, Jake said. Should have, but humans do something we not expect. They have 3 aircraft of their own. Old fighters, not very good, but pilots were very good. The aliens compound eyes seemed to dim. Human pilots attack our aircraft. Hopeless fight. Our ships bigger, faster, better weapons. But human pilots not try to win air battle. What did they try to do? Ram our ships. Same tactic as Captain Hayes, but in air. 3 human fighters destroy 7 Covenant aircraft. All humans die. But they save base from bombing. Lisa looked up from her notes. They kept sacrificing themselves every day for 47 days. We try every attack we know. Humans always find way to make us pay terrible price. They not just defend base, they make us afraid to attack. Zexatha gestured to the bartender again. The alien's hands were shaking worse. Now tell me about Colonel Stone, Lisa said. Amy Stone, 29 years old, graduated from Human Military Academy 2 years before war start. Never command big unit before Delta. Should have been easy victory. The alien paused. She was dangerous, not because she was good soldier, because she think like us, like Covenant, but worse. What do you mean? She understands sea warfare. She know we trying to starve her out, so she make plan. Very terrible plan. Jake waited. Other customers in the cantina had stopped talking. They were listening to Zex Thor's story. 3rd week of siege. We intercept human communications. Colonel Stone talking to her soldiers. She'd tell them food running low, water almost gone, medical supplies nearly empty. They were starving, Lisa said. Yes, but that not the terrible part. Terrible part was what she do about it. Zex's voice became very quiet. She divides soldiers into groups, essential personnel and non-essential personnel. Essential. People get full rations. Non-essential. People get half rations. Jake frowned. That seems reasonable. Save food for the most important people. No, you not. Understand. Non-essential people not get less food. They volunteer to get less food. They ask to starve so others can fight longer. The alien's translator crackled. We intercept message from human cook. Old man may be 60 years. He tell Colonel Stone to take his food. Give it to soldiers. He say he too old to fight, but young soldiers need strength. Lisa's pen had stopped moving. What did she say? She refused. She say, everyone important. Everyone gets food. Until food gone. But then this old cook. He stopped eating anyway. Give his food to younger soldiers. Other non-essential people do same thing. Jake felt sick. They starved themselves voluntarily with no orders. They choose to die slow death so soldiers could fight few more days. We watched this happen through surveillance. Equipment very disturbing. Zexathura ordered another drink, but that's still not worst part of Colonel Stone's plan. What was the worst part? Lisa asked. Fourth week, humans run out of ammunition for big guns, cannot fight our tanks anymore. We think finally they surrender. Instead, Colonel Stone orders something we never see before. The alien paused for a long time. Jake could hear his own heartbeat. She ordered her soldiers to use dead bodies as weapons. What? Jake's voice came out as a whisper. Dead humans from fighting. She had them rigged with explosives. When Covenant soldiers come close, humans detonate bodies. Dead humans kill living Covenant soldiers. Lisa's face was pale. That's horrible, yes, but effective. We very disturbed by this tactic. Many Covenant soldiers refuse to approach human positions. They afraid of dead humans as much as living ones. Zexathara's compound eyes reflected the cantina lights, but Colonel Stone not finished. She have more terrible ideas. More. Jake could barely speak. Week 5. Humans running out of everything. Food, water, ammunition, medical supplies. Normal army would surrender. Colonel Stone's army fight harder. The alien's 4 hands gripped its glass. She divide base into sections. When Covenant soldiers break through outer wall, humans fall back to second wall. When second wall break, they fall back to third wall. But they not just retreat. What else? They booby trap everything. Every room, every hallway, every piece of equipment. We advance through base. Everything explode. Doors, chairs, computers, toilets rigged with bombs. Zexthera drank deeply. Covenant engineers very good at finding traps, but humans very good at hiding them. We lose 50 soldiers to exploding furniture. Jake stared at his untouched drink. They turned their own base into a death trap. Yes, and they live in death trap with us. Humans know where traps are, but barely. Sometimes they trigger their own bombs by mistake. They accept this. They prefer to die by accident than let us advance easy. What about the wounded? Lisa asked. You ask right question. Human wounded were most dangerous of all. The aliens translator buzzed with static. Week 6. We break through to main building. Find human medical center. 20 wounded soldiers inside. Cannot walk, cannot fight. We think they helpless. Zexthera's voice became very quiet. Wounded humans attack us with medical equipment, surgical tools, oxygen tanks, even hospital beds used as weapons. Human with both legs broken Crawl across floor to attack Covenant. Soldier with scalpel, why didn't they surrender? Jake asked. I asked same question to dying human, young male. Maybe 18 years old, Lieutenant Rick Palmer. I find him in corridor bleeding from many wounds. I asked why he not surrender. The alien paused. He looked at me with human eyes, very blue eyes. I remember, he say, because you think you can make us quit, but we never quit. We rather die than quit, Lisa wrote. Rapidly, what happened to him? He died fighting. Use combat knife when rifle break. Use bare hands when knife break. Kill 12 Covenant soldiers before we stop. Him never surrender, never ask for mercy, just fight until dead. Cantina had grown quieter as Zexathara's stories continued. Jake noticed that several alien customers had moved closer to their table. They pretended to drink, but Jake could tell they were listening. Lisa ordered another round of drinks for everyone. Sergeant Pete Collins, Zexathar said after a long pause. Human Special Forces. Most dangerous individual I ever encounter in war. Jake leaned forward. You fought him personally. I hunt him for 8 months. 8 months of nightmares. The aliens. 4 hands wrapped around its glass. After Firebase Delta, Covenant High Command very angry. They want new approach, fast strikes, no long battles. Lisa checked her recording device. Hit and run tactics. Yes, we capture human worlds quick, take what we need, leave. But humans not cooperate with plan. Zexthara's compound eyes seemed to focus on distant memories, on occupied worlds. Humans start resistance groups, hide in forest, mountains, underground, attack our supply lines, our patrols, our bases. Guerrilla warfare, Jake said. Guerrilla warfare, yes, very effective against occupation forces. But post-resistance fighters were civilians. Farmers, miners, shop owners, easy to track, easy to capture. The alien paused to drink, but some resistance fighters were different, professional soldiers who survive initial invasion. These humans very dangerous, like Sergeant Collins. Pete Collins was worst of all, former Special Forces operative, trained for survival, for killing, for psychological warfare. When we invade his world, he disappeared into wilderness. Lisa wrote notes rapidly. What made him so dangerous? He understand us, study our tactics, our weapons, our weaknesses, learn our patrol routes, our communication codes, our supply schedules. He become expert on Covenant military. Zexthara ordered another drink. Its hands were steadier now, but its voice remained quiet. First attack happened 3 days after occupation began. Convoy of supply trucks traveling between bases, 6 vehicles, 30 soldiers, routine transport. What happened? Convoy disappeared, just gone. We send search teams, find vehicles destroyed, supplies stolen, soldiers dead but not normal. Attack. Jake frowned. What was different about it? Bodies were arranged, positioned to send message. Covenant soldiers placed information that spell word in human language, word that mean welcome. Lisa stopped writing. He was taunting you, yes, but also showing knowledge. To spell word in our language, he must intercept our communications, study our writing system, understand our culture. Zara's translator crackled with static. But that only beginning. Next attack happened 5 days later. Another convoy. Different route, more guards, same result. He hit another convoy, different message this time. Bodies arranged to spell thank you. Also he leave note. Written in perfect Covenant language, he thanked us for supplies and promised to put them to good use. Jake felt his stomach tighten. He was learning your language better than that. He was learning our psychology. He knew that taunting messages would make us angry, make us careless, and it worked. Alien drained its glass before continuing. Commander assigned special unit to hunt Collins, 12 soldiers best trackers in fleet. I was unit leader. You were sent specifically to catch him. To kill him, capture not considered possible. Humans like Collins do not surrender. Zixatha's compound eyes reflected the dim cantina lights. We think it will be easy hunt, one human against 12 trained soldiers. We have better weapons, better equipment, better numbers, but it wasn't easy, Lisa said. It was nightmare. Collins not run from us, he hunt us back. Jake leaned forward. What do you mean? Normal human hide from Covenant forces, try to avoid contact. Collins seek contact. He follow us, study us, learn our individual patterns. The alien's voice became quieter. First week we track him through forest, find evidence of camp's old fire. Sites food remains, always one day behind him. Very frustrating. You couldn't catch up. We not trying to catch up, we trying to predict where he go next. Said ambush trap him, but Collins smarter than we expect. Zexathura ordered another round of drinks. End of first week. We make camp for night. Post guards, set sensors, follow all security procedures. Wake up next morning, find message carved into tree next to our camp. What did it say? Lisa asked. Nice try, sleep tight. Written in our language with details about our patrol schedule, our radio frequencies, our individual names. Jake felt cold. He had been watching you sleep all night. Could have killed us all with grenades, with bombs, with poison gas. Instead, he let us live and left message to prove he was there. Alien's 4 hands trembled slightly. That when we realize we're not hunting him, he hunting us. What happened next? Collins start picking off my soldiers one by one, not quick kills, psychological warfare. He want us afraid, want us making mistakes. Zexathara paused to drink. First soldier disappeared during patrol. Keithmer, good tracker, experienced fighter. We find his body 3 days later hanging from tree with another note. What did the note say? 11 left. Tell them I'm coming, but that not worst part was how Keith died. Jake waited, not sure he wanted to. No, Collins not just kill him, he interrogate him first, learn everything about our unit, our mission, our weaknesses. Then he used Cathmer's equipment, his uniform, his identity codes. He impersonated your soldier. For 2 days he joined our patrols, eat our food, sleep in our camp. We not realize he was human until he disappear again. Lisa's pen had stopped moving. How is that possible? Collins very good at disguise. Learn our body language, our speech patterns, our behavior. In combat gear and helmet, he looked like Covenant soldier. Zexathura's compound eyes seemed to dim when we realize what happened. Moral of unit collapse. If Collins can live among us for days without detection, nowhere is safe. Did you call for reinforcements? Cannot. Mission was secret. High command not want other units to know that single human caused so much trouble. Bad for overall moral. The alien finished its drink. Second soldier disappear a week later. Vexanara, a communication specialist. We find his body in our own camp in his sleeping bag. Jake felt. Sick. Collins killed him while you were all sleeping, while we were all sleeping. Around him, Vexenara die silently. No sounds, no struggle. Collins replace him in sleeping bag with booby trap. When we tried to wake Vexara next morning, explosive killed 2 more soldiers. 4 soldiers dead, 4 dead, 8 remaining, but worse, we all terrified. Cannot sleep, cannot eat, cannot concentrate, always watching shadows, always expecting attack. Lisa looked up from her notes. That was his strategy. Terror. Collins, understand that fear is weapon. Scared soldiers make mistakes. Mistakes get more soldiers killed. Zexthera ordered another drink. 3rd week, Collins changed tactics. Again, start leaving gifts, food, medical supplies, ammunition, things we need for mission, always with notes, explaining where items come from. Where did they come from? Other Covenant units. Collins, attack them, steal supplies, give supplies to us. He make it look like we stealing from our own forces. Jake frowned. Why would he do that? To make command suspicious of us. If we report finding supplies, command think we lying, think we stealing. If we not report supplies, command think we hiding something. The alien's translator buzzed with static. Collins very smart. He turned our own military against us without firing shot. What happened to the rest of your unit? 5th week, Collins, make direct contact, send radio message on our frequency, speak perfect Covenant language. He wanna make deal. Lisa leaned forward. What kind of deal? He offered to let remaining soldiers leave planet alive. In exchange, we must deliver message to Covenant High Command. What was the message? This world belongs to humans. Any Covenant forces that land here will die. Send more soldiers if you want more dead soldiers. Pete Collins, Earth Special Forces, Zexthera and LT Unk and GT, compound eyes focused on something far away. My soldiers want to accept deal. They tired, scared, demoralized, but I refuse. Cannot show weakness to human terrorists, so you kept hunting him. Try to, but now Collins done playing games. He started killing quickly. The alien paused for a long moment. 6th week, he attacked our camp directly, middle of day, broad daylight. We have sensors, we have guards, we have good defensive position, but he got through anyway. He not get through defenses, he already inside defenses. Collins been living our camp for 3 days, disguised as supply clerk we all forgot about. Jake stared at Zexatha. He was pretending to be one of your support staff, perfect disguise. Supply clerks invisible to combat soldiers. We see them every day, but not really see them. Collins understand this psychology. What happened during the attack? Collins wait until most soldiers in central area, then detonate explosives he plant around camp, kill 5 soldiers instantly. I survived because I was checking perimeter. Lisa wrote rapidly. Just you and 2 others left. Just me and 2 others. Nix and Kalem, both very young soldiers, first combat assignment. They completely broken by this point. Sexathora drained its glass. Collins could have killed us all during explosion. Instead, he let us live. Want to continue game. Why? Because 3 terrified soldiers tell better story than 3 dead soldiers. Fear spread faster through army. Then news of victory. The alien's voice became very quiet. 7th week, Collins sent final message. He say hunt is over. The Cantina had become very quiet. Jake noticed that even the background music had stopped. Other alien customers sat motionless at their tables, drinks forgotten. Lisa's hands trembled slightly as she checked her recording device. Zexathara sat silent for several minutes, staring into its empty glass. When it finally spoke, its voice was barely above a whisper. Battle of New Earth, third year of war, Covenant forces winning on most fronts, human colonies falling one by one, Earth itself under siege. Jake waited. He could feel the tension in the air. By this time, humans running out of soldiers, too many battles, too many deaths, adult males mostly dead or wounded. Human command faced terrible choice. What choice? Lisa asked quietly. Lower age requirement for military service, from 18 years to 16 years, then to 15 years, finally to 14 years. Jake felt his stomach drop. Children, they were drafting children, not drafting. Volunteering, human children volunteer to fight, thousands of them, maybe tens of thousands. Zixtara's compound eyes seemed to dim. I was assigned to invasion force for New Earth colony. Rich world, important industrial base. Should be easy target. The alien gestured to the bartender for another drink. We expect normal human resistance. Adult soldiers defensive position, standard tactics. What we find instead was nightmare. What did you find? Army of children led by Captain Karen White herself, only 24 years old. Her soldiers looked like human, juvenile, some barely past adolescence. Lisa stopped writing. How could you tell? They were children, size mostly human. Adults tall, strong, developed. These soldiers small, thin, young faces, but they wear adult uniforms, carry adult weapons, follow adult military discipline. Zexathar's translator crackled with static. At first we think humans using children as support staff. Cooks, messengers, medical assistants. Normal wartime jobs for young people. But that wasn't the case. No, these children were combat soldiers, frontline fighters. They attack our landing zones with same ferocity as adult humans. The alien paused to drink. First engagement happen at landing zone Alpha. We deploy 500 soldiers to secure area. Humans attack with maybe 200 defenders. Jake leaned forward. What happened? Normal battle at first. Humans fight from prepared positions. We advance with superior numbers, but something feel wrong. Human soldiers too small, voices too high, movements too quick. When did you realize they were children? When we capture first prisoner, human male wounded in leg, cannot retreat with other soldiers. We treat his wounds, prepare for interrogation. Zexathara's voice became quieter. Prisoner remove helmet, face of human child, maybe 15 years old, still has baby fat on cheeks. Lisa's pen had stopped moving. What did you do? We confused. Covenant military code, forbid harming enemy children. But this child was enemy soldier, killed 3 Covenant warriors in battle. What is protocol for child soldier? Did you interrogate him? Try to. Child very brave. Give only name, rank, serial number. Standard prisoner behavior, but voice crack like human. Adolescent, hands shake like frightened youth. The alien finished its drink. We call command for instructions. Never encountered child soldiers before. No procedures, no guidelines. What did command say? Continue mission. Treat child soldiers as adult combatants, but Many Covenant soldiers very uncomfortable with orders. Zexathera ordered another round, second engagement. Worse than first, human children attack. Our supply convoy, 60 young soldiers. Against 200 Covenant guards, that's suicide, Jake said, should be suicide. But human children fight like devils. Use speed, use terrain, use desperation. They not try to win battle, they try to hurt us as much as possible before dying. The alien's 4 hands gripped its glass tightly. I see human girl, maybe 16 years old, charge Covenant. Heavy weapons position with nothing but rifle and grenades. What happened to her? She died of course, but she destroy weapon that was killing her friends. Her sacrifice led other children complete mission. Lisa looked up from her notes. Did they succeed? Did they stop the convoy? Yes. Children steal all supplies, destroy vehicles, kill 40 Covenant soldiers, only 12 human children survive battle, but mission accomplished. Zethara's compound eyes reflected the cantina lights. That when we realized these not normal child soldiers, these children fight with same determination as adult humans, maybe more determination. Why more? Jake asked. Adults fight for country, for duty, for survival. Children fight for future. They know if they lose war, they have no future at all. The bar alien paused. Third engagement was worst. Battle for communication center in capital city. Very important target. Humans defend with mixed unit of adults and children. How many children? Maybe half the defenders. 50 adult soldiers, 50 child soldiers against 300 Covenant troops. Zedara's voice became very quiet. Children given most dangerous assignments, clear minefields, carry messages through combat zones, operate heavy weapons. Did the adults order them to do these things? No. Children volunteer for dangerous jobs. They compete for chance to sacrifice themselves for mission. Lisa stopped writing. They wanted to die. They wanted to matter, to prove they worthy of fighting alongside adults. Very brave, very foolish, very human. The alien drained its glass. I remember one child, specifically Danny Rivera, 16 years old, communication specialist. His job was maintain radio contact between units. What made him special? When Covenant forces break through perimeter, Rivera's position get overrun. He could escape, could retreat to safety. Instead, he volunteered for suicide mission. Jake felt cold. What kind of mission? Covenant command post was in heavily defended building. Too strong for normal attack. Rivera offered to carry explosive device into building, detonate from inside. Suicide bombing, suicide mission. With strategic purpose, Rivera sneak into building disguised as civilian refugee, carry small nuclear device and backpack. Zex's translator buzzed with static. I was in command post when Rivera arrived. 16-year-old human child, pretending to be lost, asking for help. Did you recognize him? Not at first. He very good actor. Cry like frightened child, speak broken Covenant language, act helpless and confused. The alien ordered another drink. Rivera allowed into building for questioning. Standard procedure for civilian refugees. We think he have information about human defenses, but he had a bomb. Small fusion device, very sophisticated. Timer set for 30 minutes. Enough time for Rivera to get information and escape, or enough time for lengthy Interrogation. Jake leaned forward. What happened during the interrogation? Rivera. Answer all questions honestly. Give detailed information about human positions, troop numbers, defensive plans. Very cooperative prisoner. He betrayed his own side. No, he give outdated information, false locations, fake plans, but he deliver information convincingly. Keep us distracted for 28 minutes. Lisa wrote rapidly. 2 minutes before the bomb went off. Rivera to us about bomb with 2 minutes remaining. Give us choice. Evacuate building or try to defuse device. Zexathar's compound eyes seemed to focus on distant memories. He explained that bomb cannot be diffused. Too sophisticated, too well hidden. Only choice is evacuation. Did you evacuate? Try to, but 2 minutes not enough time. Building very large, many soldiers inside. Rivera know this. When he planned mission, the alien's voice became very quiet. Last thing Rivera say was apology. He's sorry for lying, sorry for killing us, sorry for being enemy, but he say war must continue until humans free. Then the bomb went off. Yes. Entire building destroyed. Rivera. 50 Covenant soldiers and all our communication equipment. Very successful mission for 16-year-old child. Jake stared at his untouched drink. How many more children were there? Hundreds, maybe thousands, all volunteers, all willing to die for cause they probably not fully understand. Zexathura finished its drink. Worst part was their songs human children sing while fighting, old songs from human history. Something about battle hymns and republics, very disturbing to hear. Children's voices singing about death and glory. Lisa looked up. The battle hymn of the Republic. Yes, that one. And others. Children know all words, sing in harmony even during combat, like choir of death angels. The alien's translator crackled. Final battle for New Earth. Children and adults fight together in last defensive position. 200 humans against 800 Covenant soldiers. Were they surrounded completely? No escape possible. Normal army would surrender. Human army. Children included choose to charge our positions. Zexathura's 4 hands trembled. 200 humans running directly at our defensive line. Adults and children mixed together, all singing that battle hymn song. What happened? We kill them all. Every human soldier die in final charge, but they break our line, destroy our equipment, kill 300 Covenant troops. The alien ordered another drink. After battle we walk through human positions, find personal items of dead children, pictures of families, school assignments, toys from childhood. Jake felt sick. They were just kids with rifles and grenades and determination to die for their species. Most disturbing enemy we ever face. Lisa's hands shook as she wrote. Did this change Covenant strategy? Yes. Many Covenant soldiers refused to fight human children. Request transfer to other fronts. Some desert the cantina was completely silent. Now even the bartender had stopped moving. Every alien in the room sat perfectly still, waiting for Zexathura to continue. Jake realized he was holding his breath. Soul system. Zexathura said finally. Earth's home system. Last human stronghold. Covenant high command decide to end war with final decisive battle. Lisa's recording device hummed quietly on the table. How big was the invasion force? Largest fleet in Covenant history. 6,000 ships, 2 million Soldiers, every available vessel from every member species, enough firepower to destroy entire star system. The alien's 4 hands wrapped around its glass. I was aboard flagship Eternal Truth with Fleet Commander Yashkara. Best position to observe final human defeat. Jake leaned forward. What did you expect to find? Broken human fleet. Maybe few hundred ships, desperate last stand around Earth itself. Quick victory, then occupation of human home world. Zethara's compound eyes seemed to focus on distant memories. What we find instead was impossible. Entire solar system turned into fortress. How? Every asteroid armed with weapons, every moon converted to gun platform, every planet surrounded by orbital defense stations. Humans spent 3 years preparing for our arrival. The alien paused to drink, but that not most shocking part. Most shocking part was human fleet composition. Lisa wrote rapidly. What do you mean? No proper warships. Humans had lost all their military vessels in previous battles. Instead, they used cargo ships, passenger liners, mining vessels, construction platforms, civilian ships. Civilian ships with military weapons attached. Very crude modifications, very dangerous to operate, but humans not care about safety, they only care about fighting. Zexthar's translator crackled with static. Human fleet commanded by Admiral Carl Morrison from retrofitted cargo hauler called New Hope. Not impressive warship, but Admiral Morrison very determined man. What was his strategy? No strategy possible against 6,000 Covenant ships. Humans know they cannot win military victory, so they choose different approach. Jake felt cold. What approach? Total destruction. If humans cannot have solar system, no one can have solar system. The aliens' voice became very quiet. As Covenant fleet approach Earth, we receive communication from Admiral Morrison. Simple message broadcast on all frequencies. What did he say? He said, Covenant forces, this is Admiral Carl Morrison of Earth Defense Fleet. You are not welcome in this system. Withdraw immediately or face consequences. Lisa looked up from her notes. That's all. Fleet Commander Yashkara. Fine message, amusing, he responded with standard surrender demand. Give humans 24 hours to lay down weapons and submit to occupation. Zexthara finished its drink. Admiral Morrison sent second message, much longer this time, much more disturbing. What did it say? He explained human position. Earth defense fleet cannot defeat Covenant armada. Human colonies already lost. Human species facing extinction, but humans still have one choice remaining. The alien ordered another drink. Morrison say humans can choose manner of their death, die as slaves or die as free beings. Humans choose freedom. Jake waited. Other aliens in the cantina leaned forward to hear better. Then Admiral Morrison explained human final weapon, stellar manipulation devices planted throughout sol systems, sun, enough explosive power to destabilize star itself. Lisa's pen stopped moving. They were going to blow up their own sun. Threat seemed impossible. No species ever attempt stellar destruction. Technology required would be beyond human capability. Zexthar's compound eyes reflected the cantina lights, but human message include technical specifications, detailed plans for stellar manipulation, mathematical calculations for chain reaction process. Were they bluffing? Fleet science officers analyze human data, calculations were correct. Technology was feasible if humans activate devices, star would go supernova within 6 hours. The aliens' voice became barely audible. Supernova would destroy everything in system, all human worlds, all covenant ships, all life within 50 light years. Jake stared at Zexathara. They would kill themselves too. Stop you, not just themselves, they would kill us too. 2 million covenant soldiers, 6,000 ships, including every senior commander and fleet. That's insane. That's human. Admiral Morrison, make clear that humans prefer mutual destruction to surrender. He give Covenant fleet 1 hour to withdraw or face complete annihilation. Lisa wrote frantically, what did your commander do? Fleet Commander Yashkara not believe. Threat at first, order probe ships to scan Sol Star for human devices. Sexathara paused to drink. Probes confirm human claims. Stellar manipulation equipment detected. Throughout Star's corona, devices were real, functional, and armed, so it wasn't a bluff. Not bluff. Humans actually build doomsday weapon capable of destroying their own solar system. And they willing to use it. The aliens. Translator buzzed with static. Admiral Morrison sent final message 30 minutes before deadline. Personal communication to Fleet Commander Yashikara. What did he say? He explained human reasoning. Humans fight for 4 years, lose billions of people, watch colonies burn, cities destroyed, children killed. War already cost everything humans care about. Zexathar's 4 hands trembled. Morrison say humans have nothing left to lose. Death is better than slavery. Freedom is worth any price, including extinction. Did he sound crazy, desperate? No, he sound calm, rational, completely determined. Like human making normal business decision. Very disturbing conversation. Jake felt his stomach turn. What happened next? Fleet Commander Yashkar, contact Covenant High Command for instructions. Never faced situation like this before. No protocols for enemy willing to commit species suicide. What did High Command say? Order immediate withdrawal. Covenant cannot afford to lose entire invasion fleet. Too expensive, too politically damaging. Lisa looked up. So you retreated? Not retreat, strategic withdrawal. But humans not satisfied with Covenant departure. They want permanent peace agreement. Zaxthara's compound eyes seemed to focus on something far away. Admiral Morrison, invite Fleet Commander Yashikara to peace negotiations on neutral space station. Did he go? Yes. Very strange meeting. Human Admiral arrived with small escort. Covenant Commander bring full security detail, but humans completely relaxed like they already won war. The alien finished its drink. Admiral Morrison explained human terms for peace. Very simple, complete Covenant withdrawal from human space, recognition of human sovereignty, non-aggression pact for 1,000 years. What did the Covenant get in return? Human promise not to activate stellar weapon. Also promise not to share stellar manipulation technology with other species. That's all that enough. Humans prove they capable of mutual destruction. No one want to test their resolve again. Zixatha ordered another round of drinks. Peace treaty signed 3 days later. War officially ended. Both sides returned to home territories. Jake leaned back in his chair. Just like that, after 4 years of war, just like that. But peace not End of story. Real story begin. After war ended, Lisa activated her recording device again. What do you mean? Years. After peace treaty, covenant. Intelligence, investigate human claims. About stellar weapon, want to verify. Technology really existed. What did you find? Nothing, no stellar. Manipulation devices, no doomsday. Weapon, no equipment anywhere in Sol. System. Jake stared at the alien. It was all fake, not fake, impossible. Technology required for stellar. Manipulation beyond human capability. At that time would take maybe 100 years to develop, but your probes detected the devices. Probes detect what humans want us to detect. Very sophisticated. Deception, fake sensor readings planted. Evidence, false technical. Specifications, Zexthara's compound eyes seem to dim. Admiral Morrison bluff with non-existent weapon but bluff so convincing that fleet commander Yashkara believe it completely. Lisa stopped writing. The greatest bluff in galactic history, greatest bluff ever attempted. Humans convince superior enemy to surrender by threatening impossible action. The alien's voice became quiet, but here is strangest part. After investigation, reveal deception. Covenant High Command not resume war. Why not? Because humans prove something more dangerous than doomsday weapon. They prove willingness to attempt impossible things. Jake frowned. I don't understand. Think about it. Humans not have stellar manipulation technology, but they convinced themselves they could build it if necessary. They believe in their own impossible bluff. Zexathara gestured around the cantina. Human species capable of believing impossible things and making them happen through sheer determination. Like what? Like stopping superior alien invasion with fake super weapon. Like turning defeat into victory through creativity and courage. The alien finished its drink. Admiral Morrison teach covenant important lesson. Humans not just willing to die for their beliefs, they willing to attempt anything for their beliefs. Lisa wrote a final note. What happened to Admiral Morrison? He become human hero. Write book about war. Give speeches about peace. Live long life on Earth with family. What about fleet Commander Yashkara? He resigned from military after war. Cannot handle shame of being defeated by human deception. Spend rest of life studying human psychology. Zexthara looked around the cantina. Other aliens were nodding, some raising their drinks in what might have been a salute.